Hey everyone, it is about 6 p.m. on Memorial Day, and I told myself I was not going to work today. I was tired, and I was going to take the day off, which is, I never do that. But I went to see the biggest Little Farm movie this morning, and I have to give a shout out for this movie. I know anyone who's already seen it would say the same thing that I am going to say, but this movie is the most life-affirming, positive, revealing, beautifully filmed, brilliantly edited, gorgeous musical score, fabulous story. It's poetry. It's pure poetry, the narration. A film by John Chester about a couple who moved to an hour north of LA. They're in a little apartment in Santa Monica, and they decide to take this dried up apricot orchard property and turn it into the most biodiverse, lush, incredible food forest. But more than that, it's the whole cycle of life. You have to go and see this movie. And I came home from the movie and I was tired when I went, and I was still tired, and I thought, I'm just going to take a nap. I am not going to work today. And I said, no, don't do that, Kaye. So I had a cup of cacao and I sat here and I took my long lens, because the cinematography in this movie is incredible. From bugs and maggots to hummingbirds to cows to pigs being born, you have, I mean, it's everything. And I took my long lens and I started photographing my bees on my blooming oregano, and it just went from there. Take a look. You can see how the umbel-shaped flowers, the bees just walk right across from one bloom to the next. This happens to be oregano. And it just exploded all through here. And the yellow over there is also a different kind of oregano. This entire section just became all grown together. And this tomato is going crazy. I didn't prune any of my tomatoes, so it's just going to be a jungle. That's a psyllium back in there. Pitcher sage, this is a California native. And this is what it looks like in the sun. Down here I have a couple of more tomato plants and garlic. And this is my artichoke, and the heads are over 6 feet tall now. Nasturtium's still blooming. Got tomatoes. These are the indigo rose. This was overwintered. One of the things they found in the movie, as you'll see, is observation leads to problem solving, and really thinking about how nature works together. And that's how you find the balance without chemicals or without killing wildlife. You find the balance. And in an urban garden, it's different than on a farm out in the middle of nowhere. This may not look like much to you, but it's very exciting to me. It has been 10 days since I planted these okra seeds. And that is one coming up right there. Here's another one right there. Out of 12 cells, I only have one calendula. I wanted to grow calendula badly because I want to make more balm. And this was planted 12 days ago, and I only have one. And I used the last of my calendula seeds. So after a while, I thought, okay, enough with the close-up photography. Let's get a little something done. And I have all those tomato seedlings that I hadn't planted, don't have room for. I'd already planted 5 in 7-gallon grow bags, and I have one more grow bag available, and I said, okay, let's just plant that one. Okay, so I planted that one, and then, well, you'll see, I topped off the other 5 with more potting soil, and then I said, well, you know, let's put some biodiversity in these pots. And so I went to my worm bin, and I scooped out some worms and broken down food waste and put a spoonful in each one of the pots and watered it with some fish fertilizer and also comfrey tea. So hopefully those tomatoes are off to a great start. And I read somewhere a couple years ago that aspirin, you put a ground up aspirin in the planting hole, and the aspirin sends a signal, a chemical signal to the roots of the plant, and helps the roots ward off disease. So of course I did that on all 6 of those, so we'll see how that goes. So now I'm relaxing, and I just want to highly recommend you run, don't walk. Find this movie wherever you can. If you have to order a copy because there's no theater near you showing it, do that. It's worth it. It supports the movie, and it supports the effort to make our world, to regenerate our world. That's what they did on this farm. They regenerated that dead piece of land into something incredible, and it is so inspiring. And I thought, you know, when I came home, I thought, that's exactly what I did here. So from Lyndon and I to you, have a great evening and happy gardening. Thanks so much for watching this channel, liking the videos, supporting this channel in ways that you can find in the description below, and I'll see you in the next video. Wait, is that a flea?